There's always this point about 10 or 15 hours into a project, whether it's web design at work or children's book illustration or this painting, where I feel like I just have no idea what I'm doing. But I have a friend coming over tonight and she's gonna work on her novel at the same time that I paint. So maybe that will help maintain some focus and get some more energy in there.
Hi, it's Becca. Shaylin and I have been having a work day. Shaylin, what are you working on?
I have been working on these 3 square inches. You have been writing a novel. I have been dying. So I started off on this section here, if you can come in, because on the original, it's, as you can see here, like really kind of blurry. It's hard to see what's going on. And I built the whole thing expecting that there were 3 lines of knots, and I found out there's actually 4, and so I had to come redo that whole thing, but that's okay, because then I figured out this section here, which I was really proud of, and just the way that it twists and turns and all the sections work together. And then this. So as you can see in my like original here, it's really beat up, and there's just this tiny little section that we can make out what's happening.
Okay.
But not really, because I tried making out what's happening, and then I tried copying the design, and I got really confused. So then I tried drawing the underlying knots, and I got really confused, and it really wasn't working. And then so like I took it on my phone and I traced it and maybe sort of figured out what was going on. And then I put it in Photoshop in my phone and duplicated it and twisted it around. And finally, I got to this. So I think I figured out what's happening, and then I've traced it. So you can see here, I took it with some tracing paper and traced my pattern.
Okay.
And then I'm going to repeat this again. I'm going to tape this to my board and put graphite paper underneath and do a tracing. And then once again, because I did figure out that this is a knot, I only need to know about 1/3 of the information in the circle, because then I can just repeat it. So I've been doing that nonstop
For a while.
for a while, fueled by much caffeine.
Yes.
And the oh hellos.
Yes.
And next will be your playlist.
Oh, goodness. But it's really coming along.
I'm hoping. No, it is. I'm pretty pleased with my progress so far. It's really nice to know that I can get past little hurdles like that. I got a little bit worried when I started.
Super cool. Okay.
This afternoon I'm working on this section here, and I've actually switched away from using silver point into using a 4H pencil, because I did a little bit of research, and it turns out the graphite is not going to be as big of an issue as I thought, especially since I'm working with it so lightly, and then I'm also still tapping off any excess with my kneaded eraser as I go. This is one very insane knot, and I realized that I had to go to the store to get a smaller brush. How small of a brush could one possibly need for a 36-inch tall painting? This little guy. It's so tiny. It is so tiny. Guys, it's really tiny. I love it. It's really coming along. I've got an entire weekend to work on it, and I will be fueled by so much tea. So this is a really busy time for me to be working on this project, because I'm about to head out to a wedding rehearsal, and I didn't get as much done today as I was banking on, but I have solved some of the biggest problems that I've had with the interlacing, with the knot work, and I've been learning just so much from reverse engineering this, and I really wish that I could justify the time to do a personal project like this. Not to be like hubristic, because I'm not going to be able to do anything this great, but it'd be really fun to just play with everything that I've learned and try to do a design that's my own patterns. it just takes so much time. So I'm really glad that I've got a reason to be doing this right now. And I think it's coming along, and I'm gonna get back into it after the wedding.